Siobhan, you don't have to rush, but I do need you to do a little something.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Let's see. All right. D is correct. Now this is obviously a problem that we do need to get some assistance with, okay? Because you guys are torn between either D or C. Where in this situation, D is 7 square root of 2, and C is 8 square root of 2. Me looking at that, if you chose C, I think your problem is that this is a problem that a lot of people often get when you have situations like this, that if you've done so much work for a part of the problem, you forget that there's another piece that you haven't truly answered the problem. And so I'm really sure for most of you that chose 8 square root of 2, you just kind of stopped when you finished solving the square root of 128. So let me get someone who got it correctly to volunteer to come on up. Kiana.
What do I do?
Show your work for this problem. And this particular problem says square root of 128 minus the square root of 2.
Okay, first I broke down square root of 128 and yeah.
Well, she might not have started at 2 and 64.
I divided it by 2 and then at 64.
Okay.
So 64. And then minus 2. And then
No, actually, I'm working on this side. If you need it. So she took the 128, divided it by 2. That's something that you definitely can do. Any even number is going to be easily divided by 2. So in this situation, it worked very well. And then she was able to get a perfect square. But, you know, there could have been a situation that you divided by 2 and you still didn't come out with a perfect square, but you came out with an even number. So then you had to divide by 2 again. So you might find yourself constantly dividing by 2. So if you start with 2 one time, and if you get a perfect square, I think that's great. But also maybe try working with some bigger even numbers. All right, so yes, we should come down to 8 square root of 2 minus square root of 2. And this is where I'm thinking that if you didn't easily get 64/2, you probably kept dividing and kept dividing and kept dividing, that you came to 8 square root of 2 and just was like, oh my goodness, I've done so much work, I must be done. But again, you have to think of the whole problem. Keep going, Kiana.
and since they both have the same since both numbers have the same radical in common, I imagine there was a 1 right there.
Yes, there's the imaginary 1 right in front of there.
And so I subtracted 8 minus 1 and kept the radical.
Yes. So here it says that we have 8 square root of 2's, and we're subtracting 1 square root of 2. So 8 minus 1, we get the answer of 7 square root of 2. All right? So please identify how to do this particular problem.